Hello Ninja Tubers, and welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy VI with me, BlueAnkylo. So last episode I left off with a strange ninja in the bar, basically. And I told you there was a way to interact with him. Well, cat's out of the bag. Gotta have a spare spot in your inventory. And some GP. And look who joins up! It's Shadow! Everyone say hello again. So, at this point in the game, Locke might be a better party member. I don't know. They're pretty similar in terms of what kind of weapons they can equip. I guess he can two-hand a weapon, but, I guess Butterfly would do double damage against, humanoids as well. But, this will be fine for now. Does barely any more damage than two-handing a Kotetsu, but it gives him some stats. Speed's good. And then his equipment, headband, karate gi will have to do for now. And then relics. So I've got a few. I'm not sure. Just max his speed out, you know. I think he gets auto counters anyway, but this gives him some more. We could use the Night Cape to have him try to block for allies, which would be kind of crazy. He'll probably just end up dying. He's not very tanky. So, it might just be better to make him... What have I got on Celeste? She's got... I think Celeste should have the White Cape on that will block Mute, so she can always cast magic. And then Shadow should go with something else. Probably not Black Heart, though, as we've learned from... our experimentation. Like, magic will do basically nothing for him, so... Yeah, I'm just gonna give him the Night Cape. He actually could use that 12% HP. His basic HP is quite low. I don't know if I'll leave him in the front or the back row. Back row if you're throwing shurikens, front row if you're attacking in melee or physical attacks. But anyway, that's that, and that's our crew. That's what we're gonna take forward to search for Terra. If you're playing the original game... Oh, wait, there's one more thing I need to do. I need to rest and heal up. If you're playing the original game, Shadow can leave you at random battles during this section of the game. But in Brave New World, he, once again, similar to Sabin's scenario... Oh, what's this? He won't leave you. Billy and Clyde. So this is from Clyde's perspective, and Billy seemed rather upset about him. Well, something. So someone did not have a very good night's sleep, essentially. Wonder who it was. Anyway, we're all healed up, so let's head out of here. So I'm also just gonna save because once again you really the fights around here really are quite brutal. We're gonna go north first because one of the old men was telling us about his brother that lived up here. Of course, now I get no random encounters. All right, this fight, back attack, not too bad. I'm pretty sure we'll be able to buy shurikens pretty soon as well. So don't worry too much about running out. Unfortunately, when you jump, you lose your, you lose the targeting from the heal spell. There we go. Jump will do full damage from the back row, so that's good. Looks like the puppies have like a double counter from physical attacks or something. I don't know. The enemies around here are just brutal. I think I think the smart thing to do will actually be to match up the Knight's Cape with the Life Bell on someone who can take a hit. So I think that's probably smarter. Regeneration and, you know, occasionally saving your allies from death. And then Shadow... I mean, the sprint shoes are also really good, so... There you go. Now if I put him in the back row and just throw shurikens, he'll be a powerhouse. Alright, welcome to another crazy old man's house. There he is. It's Bob. Hi, Bob. He wants to build a Coliseum. If you're playing the original Final Fantasy VI, that's a very, very important pot. For us, it's not very good. But I believe that's a Hero's Ring, which is a very, very rare item that boosts physical damage and magic damage. It's amazing. Probably too good to just leave there. Anyway, because this area is such a pain in the neck, why don't we go for a chocobo ride? I know some of you have been waiting for the music. Here we go. This is the much, much, much easier way to travel from Kohinglin to Jidoor. Like, this area, the desert especially, is very, very dangerous. There's some really strong encounters in the forests. I'll have to show them off. But, also, there's a lot of mountains sort of to the east side of this path. You have to go along the west, basically. Yeah, you just go pick up a chocobo. It's cheap. You can travel for no encounters. It's a bit faster. Including combat time, it's way faster. Mambo de Choco? No, this is... Forget the name of this chocobo theme, but it's fun. Anyway, everyone say hello to Jidoor. And goodbye to the chocobo. Good times. Alright, much easier. Welcome to Jidoor. And yes... Oh, now please leave, you smell like poverty. You can pick up more chocobos from here, so you don't actually have to fight at all in this area if you don't want to. There's always a chocobo. You either rent them from a city or rent them from a forest, and you can get around pretty quick. So, this is one of the reasons I was saving up all my money. Lots of new equipment here. White dress, really good for the girls. Ninja gear, really good for anyone that can equip it. Mithril vest, probably better than anything else Edgar can equip. Terra, probably really good for the girls. Headband, we've already got. Targe, seems like we never use shields anymore. In the original game, we used shields all the time, but now that everyone gets dual wield or two-hand, you know. So let's see what this does. Silk robe to white dress. Well, it's not a huge jump, but less chance to be hit by magic, more magic damage. That's probably worth some money. And then the tiara, also a little bit more magic defense, magic power. It's not a big difference, but I'll take it. I do think the Targe is better than the Iron Shield. 5 defense, 5 magic defense for 2 speed. Totally worth it. The ninja gear. Not just ninjas. Not just for ninjas. But the evasion is always welcomed. It's basically the only thing that keeps Shadow alive. And now he's up to 84% evasion. Could be worse, right? Just make sure his headband gives him evasion as well. And this is why you probably end up leaving the Tanto equipped for now. You could do more damage with other knives, but 10% evasion, pretty good. Alright, we might be able to get a new sword here in a second too. Oops, one more person. This was the town I was saving my money for, basically. So, the Mithril Vest, it's more expensive, I believe, than the Iron Armor. And less physical defense. But no speed penalty, it's got an evasion boost. I think it's probably considerably better than the Iron Armor. You know, you lose a little bit of physical and magical defense, but you get evasion and speed, so... That's usually what I want. Alright, good job, Armor Shop. Jidoor. These guys have a bit of an attitude, though. They, they may have kicked the poor people out. Alright, so this is why I really wanted to bring Shadow. These are really awesome, and I'm not going to have enough money. I'll never have enough money. The Nodachi will be an upgrade from the Kotetsu. Instead of a free counter, he'll get a chance to one-shot kill enemies. So that's probably good. And then the kunai, I don't know. I'm gonna buy one, but I wouldn't be surprised if the tanto is better because of the evasion, but we'll see. Anyway, shurikens are really good for just dealing damage. And then these scrolls are amazing. I can't afford very many of them. I'm gonna buy like 4 of each, and that'll be the last of my money. I'll use them in emergencies. So they do screen-wide elemental damage, water, fire, lightning from your ninja as of using the throw command. In addition to his ability to throw shurikens for single target high damage. It's really good. They all work well from the back row. The smoke bombs are nice as well, just for blink effect. Anyway, this shop is like all about ninjas, so if you're playing without Shadow for this section, what are you doing? He's cool. So Zozo is full of liars and thieves, but they're bad because they don't have any money. Ouch. But it is important to remember that they're liars and thieves. So this is the other thing that if we had the money for it would be nice. The stat stick is another unique Brave New World item, and it just boosts all of your HP, MP, Vigor, Stamina, Speed, Magic. It's pretty good. Hyper Wrist, I forget exactly what it does, but I don't have enough money for any of this stuff. I ran out. We could try to sell some stuff. I don't know. I don't like to lose out. So we got the Stout Spear. That's better than the Mithril Pike, for instance, right? So like, I could try to sell a few things. I don't need that many Mithril Dirks. I don't really need any, honestly. Oh, I forgot to equip weapons. Right. So the Nodachi is a definitely more... So magic power will increase his damage for his elemental scrolls as well. And then the kunai also gives him really good evasion. So why wouldn't you bring Shadow? Like, the butterfly's kind of neat, but it's got nothing on all these cool stats. Anyway, he's really good. He's just fragile, that's all. So let's sell the old katana. I know if we bring Cyan, he'll want one of these, but we might as well give him the better one anyway. Same thing with the Tanto. Ah, that was very cheap. Oh, maybe I should have held on to that. Dang it, I didn't mean to sell that. Hopefully I didn't just screw myself. You should never sell weapons that have 1 GP value. They may have a value later on in the game. Dang it, there's a lot of stuff that I can't really sell. I don't like the iron shields. Bucklers are outclassed now by charges. We don't need these anymore. I don't think we need these anymore. I'm gonna hold on to the spare claws. I'm never really a huge fan of iron armor. I think I'm gonna sell my barrier cube because I'm never gonna equip it. And you can buy more if you need to. Also, seeing as we can, we have the combo relics now, there's no need for just blind or just poison. So we can sell these safely because we've got, you know, one relic that gives you both of them. And then the fairy wing, there's no just berserk, just muddled, so that's fine. We're not going to sell that, that's important. And then the mithril bolo is the worse iron cutlass. And the silk robe is the worse white dress. So I think that's all we can really sell safely. Maybe this. First time I've sold anything all game. Feel a little bit scared. Don't think the bandanas are worth anything anymore either. Hairbands, headbands, and stuff will be better. In fact, even the karate gis I think are completely outclassed by ninja gear. I'll save like one for an emergency, but... And these are all like unique items. Okay. So we made a little bit of money. The hyper wrist, oh, it just gives you auto berserk. Probably not worth it with most of these battles being so difficult. You need to be able to use your items. I think this is the first time you can buy the white capes if you're worried about these status inflictions. You can buy more of those. The stat stick is interesting though. I've got the money. I'll buy one. Alright. So the way I like to line these up early on is for someone like Celeste, when you're not expecting status inflictions, If you don't need the relic specifically for any purpose, just throw it on there. It'll give you a good amount of stats. I think it's +5 to all stats, as well as 12% HP MP, which isn't a whole lot early on, but it does stack up with all the other MP HP modifiers. So, you know, theoretically, that will give Celeste a little bit more punch with some of her abilities. Ew, poorness. Also, I recommend bringing Celeste for a couple things. Apparently, there's a famous opera singer. I've never heard of her, but they were referring to Celeste, if you're wondering. Also, there's some cool paintings up here. It's an urn. Oh wait, this looks somewhat familiar. Huh. Didn't know he was a model. But, you know. Ancient pot. Nice lamps, baby. Do you get it? Look at the sprite work, guys. Alright. We checked out the cool, rich man's mansion. Let's see. Only a couple houses left in Jidoor. Guess we have to go up north next. That'll make more sense later. I'll explain that one. But usually there's an auction house there. It's just not in this mod from what I've seen. Middle class is in the south on the lower side. The rich leave in the north. And the lower class got kicked out. Classy. Oh look, you can buy a diva brush. Don't buy it right now. It's no use. This stuff is just too expensive for this group, basically. It's too early on to start buying tinctures and tinctures and potions and all that. Alright, I got a little bit more money. Which element do you think I'll want? I'll buy one more of each. You actually do make quite a lot of money by fighting the random battles around here. The fact that we chocobo skipped them all might hurt me. 250 GP a night, man. They're really gonna make me pay for it. No dreams tonight. The thing is, I want some more dreams. This is kind of your best opportunity to see a little bit of side story. Before we head north, let's fight a random encounter. Alright, well we haven't seen any of these guys before, so this is perhaps new. So that was his black belt counterattack. So Sabin, actually maybe I should have done a physical attack because the fighter enemies will take extra damage from his poison claws. But Bile Blaster should basically, you know, do the job. So that fight isn't too difficult. See, 1000 GP for one random battle. Just keep everyone's HP topped up. While we're here, I just want to show off that not too far to the south, I promise. Oh, instant death. So yeah, his weapon has that effect on enemies. 214 damage, gee whiz. And, you know, Sabin's weapon is pretty good against those guys. Is that a counter bio? Oh man, that's a lot of damage. So maybe no physical attacks. Maybe. So yeah, Shadow, especially against like magic right now, it just dies in one hit. Like, full HP, 216 damage, bam, instantly dead. So if you traveled all the way down here, you can find yourself an opera house. You could enjoy the music. It's the spinach rag. But we're not rich enough to go into the opera. It's basically owned, I assume, by the people in Jidoor or someone in Jidoor. This is all about the rich and powerful area of the world. Oh, that's fun. And we can't be having Edgar killing us with Bioblaster. Oh, of course. He disappeared before we could even use the remedy. Classic. I suppose if I put Celeste in the front row, her damage output would probably... Dang it! Stop killing people every battle! I really feel like this is when the Brave New World mod really is actually out of balance. Like, I think the enemies are literally doing, like, double the damage they should be for how much HP you have. We haven't done any level grinding up to this point, but you shouldn't need to gain 300 HP to survive a hit. And this is kind of where we're at for this area of the game. I want one more battle. One more try, see if we can get a little bit luckier here. If I can get my turns off early enough, I know we can wipe them out in 1 or 2 attacks. But, the problem is they've all got status inflictions. A lot of them have counterattacks. And then I can't do my blitz because it's been too long and I forget how to do it. Classy. And apparently Shadow just wanted to kill everybody on his own. Shadow's the MVP today. It's just, the enemies are really quick and they get a lot of attacks. And they can wipe your party out before you even get a turn, practically. So, we do need to travel up north. But, like I said, I really would like to show something off. And there's a few more bits to it than what we've already seen. This is kind of our best opportunity for it, to be honest. We did not get it. Alright. I think it's a 50% chance every time you go to an inn at this point in the game. I don't think you need to leave the town to reset it. I think it's just every time you go to sleep. It's not like you need to go to different towns or anything weird like that. You could, like I said, you could go back to South Figaro. Here we go. And you could travel around through the world. But you don't need to. Well, there's Billy again. Apparently they might have robbed a train for a million GP. That's not a good name. Oh, the Shadow Bandits. Not the Shadow Bandits? Just Shadow. Alright. The plot thickens. 2 more of these to go, by the way. And we're doing them all this episode. This is a really easily missed section of the game. And we've got to see all 4. I don't care how much money it costs. Jidoor is just going to rob us. Ah, we got lucky again. Number 3. So our bandit friends... Well, it's a dangerous life. Stone cold. Maybe Shadow Wasn't a killer in the early days. Left his friend to bleed out. Maybe got captured by police. Brutal. One more. Roll the dice. Ah, 3 in a row. No, not 3 in a row. Dang it. As soon as you hear that jingling, you know you missed it. The party's really wondering what I'm doing at this point. Like, man, Edgar just can't get enough of this in. Well, on average, it should take about 8 sleeps. So you need at least 2,000 GP, probably closer to 3,000 to be safe. If you do it as in. I think it's cheaper elsewhere. I think it has to be an inn, though. You have to pay. I don't think your average bed that you steal from Sabin's house will work. Still got the money, right? Yeah, lots of money. Come on, this is it. I can feel it. This is the one. Or was that the 4th one? Oh, shoot. We saw 1 on Sabin's quest. Did we just see 3 already? I can't even... See, there's 5 altogether, but you can see 4 by... At this point in the game, you can see up to 4. Maybe I did see all 4. Shoot. Well, I'm sorry for wasting everyone's time if we've already seen 4. I was thinking I was going to show off 4 today. But I think I saw 1... I should have kept better count. I'm going to have to review the footage here to double check now. Anyway, yeah, I'm pretty sure that was all 4, actually. We saw 3 today. We saw 1 a few episodes ago. Alright, well, we're going to call that an episode here. What I'm going to do is, because I actually didn't mean to sell that weapon. So, the weapon that Shadow came with, his offhand, the Tonto, I'm worried that I actually, like, really need that way later on in the game. For those of you that are familiar, just remember what the Coliseum does with how Final Fantasy VI works. And I really am worried that the mod is going to force me to use that. Because I think that's the dagger he was supposed to knife his friend with. So, he probably shouldn't have gotten rid of it. Anyway, I'm going to end the episode here. I'm going to reload and replay it. So I'll make up a little bit more GP. Like, I'll maybe do a couple more random battles on my own. So if our levels are a little bit higher next time, that's just me getting a couple extra levels off camera. Because, honestly, this is a really tough section of the game in Brave New World. So a couple level ups and a little bit more GP will serve us well for the series. So I'll see you guys next episode as we travel to Zozo. Thanks for watching and have a great day.